girls. Welcome to Planner Perfect's Plan with Me Live. And we are going to be kicking off our organizing series. It's kind of like a spring cleaning, let's get organized. And this is really, really exciting. So I can't wait to share with you the kickoff. Hi, Kristen, the kickoff details. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I think that we're all going to benefit, me included. And we're going to take our time. Hi, Lisa. And we're going to go through a little bleed into May here. And so it's going to be a lot of fun because we're doing it together. And, you know, that makes us all get motivated when we're in a group doing it together. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Brenda. Sweet. So if you're new, my name is Jenny Penton, founder of Planner Perfect. Hey, Melissa, glad to see you on here. Hi, Joanne. And I am excited to share with you guys kind of some news of what's kind of going on with Planner Perfect, some things to know, and then also how we're going to be, you know, getting started. Hi, Anna. Glad you're here. So I teach women how to write a better story and to really plan their best life. And it's using my plan books and my journals and my method so that you can script out and map out a life that you love and a life that you dream about having. And truly the true tip in the method and its success is found in all of the detail work and knowing your whys behind all that you're doing. It's also a visioneering type of life that you lead when you embark on this method and this type and style of planning. It is something where it definitely strengthens you. It pushes you to think about your life and where you want to be. And it gets you out of the ho-hum. Hi, Christine. It gets you out of the mundane. This method definitely gets you out of the mundane. I'm also a homeschooling mom of 8. So I get mundane, I get repetition, I get Groundhog's Day, I get that feel. And this gets you out. And it also, not only does it, thanks Wendy, I can always count on you for liking my shirts. I love you. And I not only does it really, it's like just a great foundational tool to look at what you want for your life, but it's also just great in really being a manager of your home and doing it well. So you're going to be organized, you're going to live life beautifully, you're going to declutter, you're going to live well and abundantly, yet simply, and you're going to take care of yourself. And for the first time, you're going to really realize, maybe for the first time, you're going to realize that the roles that you play, such as being a mother, is not your calling. So when that's off the table, which will make sense once you get it, then you're like, okay, well, now what? And you can do it, and you can bloom where your planet, and you can be all who you were created to be and follow that journey right where you're at now. So hi, Ellen. Hi, Amanda. Glad you made it. So even when you embark and you do it slowly with little ones or whatever, it's still the best thing you'll ever do. And it really gives you a spring in your step. You're more susceptible to ideas because, number one, it'll naturally happen. You know, it's funny because really over in Project Me, we're talking about really the mind and faith and how God works and how he guides you. Well, you can fall into it haphazardly, and this is kind of too what kind of happened to me before I really realized how God works and how the Holy Spirit functions. But you know, your inner guidance system, when you're happy and full of joy, that's when you're going to really feel and hear God the most. Hi, Christine. When you're in your joy spot, that's where God wants you to be. That's God's frequency, is joy. And when you're there, that's when you're going to hear your ideas. That's when you're going to hear and feel him lead you to your next step. And every single time, whether I was in a mode of, where my subconscious was, when I was either just awakening, hi Lori, hi Gayla, thank you. That's when I would hear him. Or when I was just full of joy and excited about life, I also would hear tips, ideas, my next move, what I was going to do. And so it really just gains momentum, and you start to just freak out because you just start to see everything that you've really ever wanted and desires really come to pass. So that's what's really, really great about this method. That's what's really, really great about understanding who you are and digging that out and putting yourself out there again instead of shelving yourself because, let's say, you're a mom, and I'm sure all of us moms can relate because little ones and children can really take up a lot of your time, and especially whether you homeschool them or not, I mean, they take up a lot of time, but it's wonderful time. Being a mother is the most amazing time. And yay, Susan, me too. And the thing about being a mother and knowing who you are is that it invigorates your motherhood. So instead of being a tired mom who just throws herself in some sweats and a ponytail and says, let's do this, and always fatigued and tired, overweight, just not taking care, getting in a momentum of not taking care of herself to take for the good of the group. Now she's flipping it and she's taking care of herself first. She's invigorated by her own goals, and man, that puts a fire under your butt in your motherhood for real. So that's really the Planner Perfect method, and Planner Perfect is all about just encompassing the whole woman and getting her putting the focus and the light back on her first so she can better serve others. And so thank you for being here. And if you're new, I'm very happy you're here, so welcome. So a couple of the things before we get right to it on the organizing and what to expect is that someone had asked, I think it was Kristen, I saw you on here, you asked about journals for organizing. I decided against it. I kind of knee-jerk response on that. And so after I thought about it a little bit, I thought, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I want you girls to put your plans just in your plan book. Now, would an extra journal be great? Sure, and that is great. But what you can do is, number one, you've got a couple options. You can, if you want a journal to be able to do just for your organizing, absolutely, obviously, you can do that. You can pick any print in the store. You can pick any text that you want written on your plan books and on your journal. So obviously that is something that you can do. Here's another option too, is I don't know if anyone knows this, and it all depends on the request, and it is a little bit, there is more of a cost to this, but you can ask and have a custom journal made with artwork from me. Like if you want something specific on a journal, you can request a custom made journal, and then we will get back to you as soon as possible on if we are indeed able to do that and what time we can. So that's also an option too. So what I'm going to be advising through this time though is to put it in your goals section. Now, if you've ran out of goals section in your April, then slap it in your May, because we are going to be going well into May for our organization. We're going to roll in. It's going to be, organize this month and organizing over in May because it's going to take us, some time, and we're not going to stress ourselves out. And you know how I feel about that. So, listening on the road. Awesome. So, yeah, I want you to put it in your goals. That's where I have put it in. All of my whole adult life is in my goals section. That's the beauty of the goals section, is that's where you put details of what you want to do. And then now that all the details are mapped, and I'm going to show you that as the weeks come and as we get started, is that then you pull from that and you can easily slot it into the day needed. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Nancy. So it's perfect. So it's like, oh, okay, today we're starting in the kitchen, and today we're going to do these drawers. And so basically, you're going to put in your, I'll share with you what to do, but it's easy to pull from there and then put it just into your days. That's the beauty of the goal pages. So we're going to get into that. Also too, let's see. If you haven't joined the Planner Perfect Meals group, I just want to let you know that it is there. I have a Planner Perfect Meals group, and that is for losing weight, plant-based diet, exercising. There's video. Recipes will be on the page. Intermittent fasting, it's all about you. And as a 46-year-old woman, I really wanted to make sure that I was taking care of myself. As the years have gone by, I feel like I've kind of reached a point where I'm like dead freaking serious, you know, and plus I was so busy having so many babies that I really feel that, you know, in my own way, there was a lot of just, you know, survival mode of where you're always, you know, there was morning sickness, and there's a lot of things that I know now I would have done differently then, but I'm here right where I'm at in the perfect place. I wouldn't change a thing. So anyway, I'm just at this place where I'm like, I want to be feeding myself nutritionally well. And so that, you know, being organized with your health and putting that in your goals has always been something that we've done. So join over there if you want to follow me over there in my journey, and I'll give you tips of what I'm doing, and there'll be more on just the exact details of what I'm doing and what I'm eating and how I'm doing it. And I've lost 25 pounds so far, and I got 20 more pounds to lose. So if you want to join me, head on over there. So also too, we have a book club. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a Planner Perfect book club. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want to join us over there, we have a schedule for the whole year of fun books. We're also kind of like toggling between Goodreads and over on our Facebook page. And it's so, so, so fun. It's just a challenge to get these books read and to discuss it together, and it's just really been fun so far, and I hope you join us. It's the Planner Perfect Book Club. So, and of course, Project Me. We are just about ready to embark on our you know, on our second volume 2 for in May. So we're wrapping it up, and we're getting ready to go over to our volume 2, which is going to be really fun. And there's just a lot of great stuff going on over there. So, and the volume 2 is going to be even better. So let's do this together. I will see you over there in Project Me if you're not over there already. So here we go, right to it. The Home Organized series is beginning. I mean, super quick. We're talking Tuesday, and I do believe this is the 17th. So this Tuesday, we're going to be beginning. And when I say we're beginning, it's just going to be where there will be a newsletter sent out, and there will be information on there on details of the organizing specifics as well. So be looking out for that, because I have supplies that are obviously optional, but yet inspirational and fun to purchase while we embark on our organizing and cleaning journey. I'm always a woman on, if budget allows, money flows in, money flows out. I'm not a girl on the no spend May. I never really adore that, unless, of course, you want to stay in a budget, but never be afraid to let money flow, because then you're thinking lack. I've always been very free-spirited about it. I'm always like, I've got it. I'm going to free flow it out and free flow it in, take out, in, cycle through. So it's optional, but I'm going to give you some tips of what I like to do before I'm embarking on my organization and my cleaning. We're going to be cleaning too, some spring cleaning. And so, I just don't do it. I don't do the no spend, but obviously you don't want to go beyond what you can, okay? Whip out that credit card, girls. Let's do this. No. If money allows, then do it. I'm always in with the money allows. I'm just not afraid to spend the money that I have. So, absolutely, Amanda. And to show that faith, it's just allowing it to be a flowing type of system. So I like to do it as budget allows too, and I'll allot certain things on this week or the next week or whatever. So that list will be, hello, I'm glad you're here, will be in the newsletter. Some things will be like baskets and certain candles that I love, things like that. So look for it, there'll be an inspirational type of newsletter that will be going out on Tuesdays, and I want you to be looking out for that. this Tuesday. So then you'll know what you need. And you could even print it out if you wanted to. So, here are the rooms we're going to be cleaning, which obviously I'm trying to hit basically every room. Hi, Anne, and I'm trying to get it into where 6 weeks of doing this. So by the end of May, I'd like to reach kind of a completion of our organizing and our spring cleaning. Feel free to add any kind of tips or ideas or things that you do. And of course, there'll always be prompts daily from here on out of what we're doing. So make sure that you also, this is a very interactive thing. So I'm going to be trying to go on live a little bit more, kind of showing you as I'm embarking on it, IG, all of it. I'll be everywhere on all my platforms on this, so be looking out for it. Probably more image heavy on IG. But definitely will be on here too, and probably the fans page. The kitchen, the mudroom and the entryway, that's going to be kind of combined. Mudroom, Lisa, is a place where you put your coats and your shoes. I love you, Lisa. So, hi, Danielle. Family room or rooms, if you've got more than one living room. We've got bedrooms, including closets and drawers. Get your errand runner ready, girls, because this is when you're going to really want to have this handy. This is when it's like, it'll sing at you, because you're going to really find stuff that you're going to want to purge, get rid of, and then buy, perhaps, or just purge and get as minimal as possible. I mean, it's time to get rid of old, all the crap in your kids' rooms and your old bras that you need to get rid of. It's time to just clear out, clean out, okay? So it's time to go through your closet and try everything on. I did that, and I ended up giving away enough to clothe Africa. It was so bad. I mean, I was like, why do I have this again? I mean, I had so much, and it was so great. And I even color-coded some of my clothes. So all of this, I'm going to kind of show you what I did. Get rid of purses you don't like. I used to be a woman who had, until I just took, finally, it's funny, my mom's always been this way, but it always takes me a while because you're trying to find your own identity, You don't want to clone your mother exactly, you got to find out who you are, right? But, so I bought about 100 Target purses before I realized that my mom was right. So the cheapy purses wear out, but the Coach ones don't, and they're classic and they're timeless. I'd rather have one Coach purse than a million Targets. So, it's just a matter, and I'm not saying you can't have a Target purse. Please don't take me wrong. But in my closet, I'd rather have one or two, exactly, Gayla, one or two really exquisite, timeless purses than, let's say a bajillion different, bags and all of this of, the lesser quality $15, $20 purses. You know what I mean? So invest in yourself and get yourself one at a time or whatever. Ask it for credit, whatever you got to do. I'm just giving you a tip that I have found gone on both ends of the spectrum. And so my mom's always done it, and she's always been simple beauty. That's been her. Or she'll hold on to her old stuff, and she's like, just watch, this will come around in 10 years. And it's such good quality that sure enough, my mom's got, I think, a Dooney and Burke, a Coach, and maybe one Michael Kors or something. And it's just, she just, just rotates them. And it's beautiful. It's totally beautiful. Oh, beautiful. My Coach purse I never went to. Oh, seriously, I think you showed me that, Lori. Did you? I think you might have posted that. Is that the truth? Once you get it, girls, right? I mean, it's like, where have you been all of my life? That kind of thing. Even with your wallet, I went over to, my favorite kind of wallet is a passport wallet. And that's the kind that zips around and opens up like a book, and has everything laid out for your credit cards to be seen, with a couple things for your any pockets in there, and then there's a couple things on the side that you can stick in as well, with a little bit of a coin thing. But my favorite is the Passport wallet, and Michael Kors had it, and I got it. I used to have Fossil. Fossil's a really great company too, brand, and I've got a Fossil black bag that I absolutely love. But I have a Fossil one, and I actually absolutely love it, and I also have a Michael Kors Passport type of wallet, and it's just dreamy, and I absolutely love it. So anyway, we'll get into that as we go over into closets, okay? So here I go off on rabbit trails. So, your errand runner is going to prove to be very handy, so I'm going to be walking you through all that as we go. And I hope you've got a wardrobe journal. Those are also kind of the things that you're going to need. A wardrobe errand runner, everyone thinks that they don't need one. I think, Lucy, I think you told me you didn't need one. Girl, you need one. Even if it was just in your purse solo or something like that. How do you keep your nails on through the baking and the cleaning? Well, thank you. You know, they are hard as nails. I don't even wear gloves, and I even have like a couple jewels on mine. You probably can't see it. I got a jewel there and a jewel there, and they do not pop off. I don't know if it's the girl I go to, but they're sturdy. I don't know. I cook, bake, clean, and scrub, and they just stay on. So, and it is like my treat. I'll be like, hi. I tell my husband, hi, honey, listen, nail time. And then just the last week, and guess what? I used to feel kind of guilty. Like, you know, if I got my nails done or my feet done, oh, not anymore. Oh no, I'm really assertive about it. I'm like, listen, I just want to let you know and see if it's okay with you. If you're fine, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and get my nails done. And then I'm also going to get my feet done. So I'm going to be a little while, but I'm going to get a Starbucks and I'm going to go have a great time. See you later. So, you know, it's just something that I love doing, and it's a great way to take care of myself. And my kids are just old enough. I got the 4-year-old, but just old enough where I can escape, as Dory would say on Finding Nemo. Okay, so if I can escape, I will. So, and get that done. So the family rooms we're also going to conquer. Okay, well, Amanda, this will handle all of it, okay? This will slam dunk you girls. If you haven't had an errand runner yet, then this will solidify the reason why you need it. One for errands, so we're going to need your errand book. I'll put that in the need of what you guys are going to need for your list on Tuesday's newsletter. You guys will get that in there. And so you'll need an errand one because it's just going to be fun. It's like fun time, okay? Of what ideas of what you could pick up or do or change or decorate with, or baskets, or no, not a cartoon. Right, Gayla? Gayla, I know you probably have not seen Finding Nemo, but when he's trying to escape, he's like, I can't get the door right now. I don't know, she says something like, where she's trying to escape, and she called it escape. I don't know, it was hilarious. So you're gonna need your errand runner book and your wardrobe book, and even though you don't, I know, it's such an organized feeling. I have B6 Slim. Yeah. And so, but you need one for you. If you don't have children, if you're in a time in your life, a season where your children are grown, then you will need this for just even you. It's a great thing to kind of organize and what you'd like to have. It's kind of good to tuck in or even just leave it on your desk, and when it's time for a new season, you can kind of overlook what you've got and see what you might want to add to. So those kind of things are very fun. And don't forget undergarments. I'm always like, you know, listen, what's the point of having a nice pair of black pants when your undergarments are gross and they've seen better days? So I'm just a big girl on that. It's like from pajamas to, just feel good in your loungewear. Have it just be beautiful. Feel beautiful. Do you keep an inventory? Shoot, no. I don't keep an inventory. I'm not that anal. I won't do that. I'm far from that kind of a woman. Now my husband, he'd keep an inventory. Or just what you need. Well, if that's what you mean, Amanda, what I would do is seasonally I'll go in, or if I get an idea of what I'd like to have, I'll go into my errand runner book under wardrobe and I'll be like, you know what? I feel like I really need some of these socks. I've been walking more. My shoes have had it. I'm gonna get some shoes. The thing is, what's so great about the method and being organized with your plan books and your errand runner is that whenever an idea comes to you, there's always a place to put it. And also, as a business owner, I've got a business planner. When an idea comes, I know exactly where to put it. It's like, and girls, yeah, I didn't do those videos of the business planner and the errand runner and the faith journal. Those are coming, so just be looking for them soon. Yeah, and then not to mention, then it's grocery, so for your errand runner, you have a grocery list. That's where I put our weekly menu. So every Sunday night I sit down and I script out my menu for the week. So that's been amazing. And then my notes, I have one for notes, and I'll take notes on, I used to have a 12-month calendar, but I don't use it at all. And so then I found that if I wrote an appointment in there, then I would forget to put it in my main planner, and then that just did not work for me. So I have notes, and I jot down notes, or if I'm out and about and I need to, like when I get home, do this, or if I'm out and about, I get great ideas. I'm driving and I'm like, oh, instead of, trying to tell Siri to message me later, once I get to a spot, I'll just like go crazy and write it down or something like that. So I am going to go through all of this with you guys, so don't worry. But the errand runner is like the best thing on this planet Earth, okay? This is the one that's in my purse. Yes. So I'll even show you my purse. I've done so many different videos, but I'm going to do it again. I think those videos have probably been lost in the archives. But I've even done I'll show you my purse. There's also going to be really great, fun, inspirational kind of newsletters and videos more on my favorites, makeup tips, my favorite clothing go-to tips. I'll show you what my favorite articles of clothing are, where I get them. I'll show you my favorite makeup hacks. I'll show you my hair hacks. I'll show you some more how-tos. There's going to be a lot of more fun video and inspirational newsletters that will be sent right to you. Because it's amazing. And also with your health and things that in that regard. So it's going to get more well-rounded for you, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So anyway, that errand runner is going to really, really, really come in handy. I'm going to tell you what you need to get. If you don't have it already, get it as budget allows. If not, use a scratch piece of paper, use an old little booklet you got hanging around you could tuck in your purse. But until you can get the pretty stuff, do what you can, okay? But I will list what you'll need. Lori, I know. So when you do your kids' wardrobe, you keep all their sizes in there, and you do that seasonally because they grow like weeds, and so you just have, I'm like, what's your shoe size? Try on your shoes. Let me see your toe. I mean, I'm real specific. Try on that. Does it not work? What size are you now? Okay, we're this size. So I got all their sizes. So when I'm not with them, I already know what to buy. And I like to not go with them sometimes because, well, for obvious reasons. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't happen. I'm already out, or let's say I'm already at a store and I see something I know would look good on my babes. Then I'm just like, hey, I know what size are they? And I get on my errand runner and there it is. There's their size. I could get them anything. I mean, I'm so organized in that regard. Yeah. From decor, I'm huge with that, and I usually put that in my errand section in my errand runner, is for decor and what I'm dreaming of. So like, I'll be sitting there on my couch and I'll be like, you know what would look good in that spot? And I'm like, I think Pier 1's got that, and I'll write it down. And then when budget allows, I'll go grab it. So that's what I do. So we're gonna be doing our bedrooms, closets, and drawers. We're gonna be doing bathrooms and office and like a playroom. So that is going to last us for 6 weeks, and every day will be a prompt. I'll be guiding you along the way. I hope you guys are going to show me what you're doing with pictures. So we're in this together, but I'm going to kind of be guiding you and showing you, what we're doing. So let's say the kitchen, we're going to clean out our fridge together. And so you're going to want to get out your plan books, and you're going to want to get ready, because I will tell you what the whole week itinerary will be for the week. So here between Monday and Tuesday, you're going to see what you're going to be doing each day of the week so you can get it in your planner. But the biggest thing is, oh, well, is it Dewey? Is that how you say your name? Absolutely, without a doubt. And I will show you. I'm going to run over here for just 1 second, so hold on. You girls who have been with me for a while, you know how I had a collab with the Chic Sparrow, and it was really, really awesome. And this is what I created with her. And the only reason why this isn't still being sold is she called me up and she's like, Jenny, this is such an awesome thing, but it's too costly to make. And so it just wasn't cost effective for her to keep. But I tell you what, the girls that got them, you know, and even then, I would have wanted even more pockets. Boy, I feel like there probably was more, but there was only just 3. But the inside of it was that there were pockets because I wanted to resemble like the passport. And so I used this forever. And then I just, because I like change, I've moved to Michael Kors and then I just use this as my errand runner. You see what I'm saying? And then I just don't, I'll put maybe a couple things in here, which is very, very handy. And then you have this pocket. So I would keep cash in here, and then you can keep your debit card and your Target card, you know, your favorites. And then of course you can do whatever you want here. And then I kept all 4 of my errand runner, blah, 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 on it. So the second one, oh, does it? Oh, okay, Lisa, because I was looking at it and I was like, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look in my TN loot. Hold on. Okay, never mind, I can't find it, but I will have to say that the Naked Cow, yeah, receipts, all that. So sometimes in some of the buy-sell trade, you can find a Planner Perfect floating around. It also has a pocket on the front, which was cool. I also recommended that it was the Darcy line because that's my favorite. So this is a buttered rum, and it's the Darcy line, and that's my artwork there, which I think is cool. And it doesn't, a lot of them, this was the first launch of them, and then we just have the daisy on them, and my name's in the back as the creator of it. So I don't even think there's any more that say that. You might be, a couple of them, I don't know how many went out, but there was a lot. And so yeah, this is super cool. You can use it as a wallet, and you can use it then as your errand runner. So wallet errand runner, that was the whole plan as we collabed. Joey from, it was Naked Cow, and I think it's Journals by Joey. I don't know. I think he's on a hiatus. I don't know where he is or what's going on with him. I haven't bought from him in a very long time. But this was something originally that I bought from him. That also too, this is a personal, I'm so not that in this size anymore. I'm a B6 Slim. Wendy, you said B6 at some point. It's B6 Slim that I'm in for my errand runner. I just don't want it that wide in my purse. So I have a B6 Slim for my errand runner. This is a personal, but of course he's got all those sizes too. And so I really enjoyed using this a lot as an errand runner because look at all the slots he jammed in there. So this was like a dream come true. Plus getting in this pocket was a lot easier, and I'm pretty sure he still has this available. There's even a couple pockets here. So he just blew my socks off with this model. So anyway, this was his. So if you want to do that, there are options available. So yeah. Oh, do you? Well, there you go. Maybe you could do that. So anyway, that is that. So what you're going to want to do, and then of course we're going to be talking every day this week, is in your plan books, kind of like how, you know, get in your May. You could, if you, again, if you've already used up your space for your August or for your April goals, you can put your all of the details of the rooms you want to clean in your May goal pages. So go ahead and get in your May, and you could either do it like I did as an example for getting organized. So you can do it like this. And I mean, I've got spring cleaning, and when we go into each room, we're cleaning it and then organizing it. So it's kind of like that. You kind of got to clean it out and get ready. And so spring cleaning, I've got baths, and then family room, and the mud room, and family room, and the decor I wanted, and the basement and the kitchen, and even the entry table. I did it like that. Or you can do it more like a header, where you've got organize up at the top, and then write the kitchen down and everything you kind of want to tackle in there. And then you can go to, you know, your next room and all that you personally want to accomplish with this and the organizing, and, you know, of course, make it for you. That's a good idea, Lisa. I've always got like one page left, and that's a good idea. I could always do that too. Lisa just had a good tip. If you guys want to put it in your April, sometimes you'll have 1 or 2 pages left over in the back of your plan book. You could put it back there too. So that's a really good tip, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, a cordless vacuum. Nice. So start getting into your, I'm going to post up ideas of how you can also, other ideas of how we can really write this in our plan books, and also exactly what we're going to be cleaning, and all of that kind of thing. So just be looking for it. It's coming. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. So, you know, like a playroom, maybe it wouldn't be working for you if your children are grown, that kind of thing. So anyway, that is what we are going to be doing. So yay us. I think we're going to have a really good time. It's going to be fun because we're doing it together. It's motivating, and we're going to be coming away from it very, very clean and organized and ready. So yay, this is going to be lots of fun. So look for all of the details in the coming couple days, as well as a Tuesday newsletter. So I'm going to now transition to a couple Q&As that I got and answer some of your planning your best life questions. So the first one I had, which is a really, really good one, by the way, all of them are, and they always are, but one of them was from Jasminita, I think. And thank you, Jenny, for sharing your Plan a Perfect method. It's inspiring. How far into the future do you plan, and where do you write down things that happen after a long time? For example, after 5 months. I would like to try your monthly box sometime, but I would need July or August now so that I can start planning future events for the summer. Is it possible to order summer boxes already? So I really, really like this. It's funny because I had mentioned this before, and I know that there are women that are like me who want a seasonal all 3 months all together in their plan books and at one time. So, but some like to do it month by month. So we want to be able to carry both. Now, of course, you can go onto the site and order, you know, the stuff, you know, your summer books now. They're available now. More prints will be coming as we embark into summer. I will be painting more. But there's plenty of beautiful art prints already that are in there, that because you can pick any print and for any of your books, journals, or faith journals. So, but what is going to be coming, and our goal is May, that it will be pick your kit. So what you would do, so the monthly box, that's something that's separate. This would be called pick your kit. And it's where you go on, and it'll be all ready for you. It'll say pick your kit, and you pick your print for, let's say, for your summer books, okay? So it would be pick your June, so pick your print for June, pick your print for July, and pick your print for August. Then you'd have the option of no, or pick your washi, and then pick your tip-ins, and then pick your die cut. So it would be a kit, and that way you've got your summer box. So that's coming, God help us, in May. So that is something that we are wanting to do. So be looking for that. If you want to also plan beyond even your summer or your 3-month in view, then yeah, Chris, it's going to be amazing, because that would be my option. I'm always, I got my seasons, it's like, okay, I got my spring books, I got my summer books, I got my fall books, I got my winter box. So books. And so that's how I do it. Now, another option then is the 12-month plan book, which can carry future goals, which are really, really great. I need to do a separate video for that, so look out for that. I have all those things listed of things that I need to do video on, whether pre-recorded or live, but show you how you can take advantage of the 12-month plan book, slip that into as one of your, because there's 4 different, but you can carry 4 books in your plan, in your traveler's notebook. And so I always usually would be putting my 12-month plan book in there, where you can plan in advance. So let's say you've got a camping trip coming up. That's my next question that's coming. This is why I say camping. You can put in there all the details, everything that's in your head. You have a place to put what's in your head in a future month using the 12-month plan book. Why? Because there's a calendar, and then there's up to 3, I do believe, or more pages after each month. I did that specifically for goal setting and for brain dumping. So I will show you how to do that for further details and further information, so you can plan ahead and be organized. So that is what I would recommend for you. So look out for it in May. You can do it now without it. It's just going to be a whole heck of a lot easier when we have it set up as a kit. So that is how I would future plan. That's how I've always future planned. And so that's what I recommend. And that also will be an option in the Pick Your Kit as well. So there'd be 4 books that you'd get, and you can say no to any of it. The no is always an option. So it's not like you have to get everything that's within that kit. You can just no is an option. But it'll always be die cuts, stickers, tip-ins, washi, your books, and a 12-month. So it'll be perfect. I mean, honestly, we also even have kits, but they were in the store. And the thing of how we're evolving now is that they were pre-made for you. You know what I mean? And so that's what we're totally growing out of that. And now when we launched, we did that, where boxes already set up with certain art prints already there for you, and you just pick it. But this, you get to pick your own print. So that's what's beautiful about that. Within the genre, I guess, of the season. So, I do that with it. Yeah. Oh, I know. It is. It is perfect. It is totally, totally, totally perfect. And a lot of women do that, and I recommended that they do, especially if you're a woman who's out and about in the go, and especially if you got school-aged kids or whatever, and they've got different things that they're doing and schedules they need to keep within the school, and you get a piece of paper in the car, those kind of things. Or if you're out and about at a doctor's office, whatever, you have a calendar there. You have things to put in. You can say, here. And then you can get home and sync your home planner with that as well. So that is a great option for a woman who is in that kind of a spot. So for sure. So I hope that has answered that question for you all, if you guys were wondering. So Ray, she asked another question that is right up my alley. But she said, hey, Jenny, my question is about camping with a big family. How can I make getting ready less stressful? We want to camp more on the weekends, but the whole process takes time. Choosing destination, organizing the endless list. How do you plan so it's not a mad rush on Friday night? Thank you. Girls, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I'm a seasoned camper. You'd never guess. I would bring a curling iron, but I'm a seasoned camper. Okay, so it started out with the tent until I picketed camping until my husband bought me a camper. So I camp now with a camper, and even then I've simmered my husband down because he's a huge outdoorsman, Eagle Scout, and I'm one of those that grew up where my dad would never liked bugs. So I mean, when I met my husband, part of me was like, ooh, an adventurer, and then the other one part was me like, where are we going? So, but I was ready for it because we have 8 kids, and they just love the whole idea of going camping. So we used to tent camp, and I just did it. I mean, girls, you know me. When I went over the top. I mean, I didn't have to go over the top, but I went over the top. I was like, I planned it. I'd have my curling iron. I'd have a Ralph Lauren sheet to put over my mattress. I'd have hairspray. Okay, but beside all that ridiculous stuff, I would plan our meals. I mean, I would bring stuff to make paninis, and then I would plug in our panini press. So I look back and I'm like dying. I'm like, Jenny, for crying out loud, bring brats. But I would plug it in over at like the little, I don't know, they'd have a little cute little, I don't know, covered canopy place. And I plug in our panini press. I'm like, who wanted the turkey press? You know, ridiculous. Okay. So it doesn't have to be that extreme. You can do as much or as little as you want. I just happen to tend to overdo it on everything that I do. Who wants some waffles? You know, homemade waffles with, you know, bacon, eggs, and, you know, and I bring my batter of homemade. Yeah, anyway, I got great tips though, honestly. I really, really do. And I'm going to link my blog posts for those interested. If anyone's going to be embarking on camping this Memorial Day, then this will really help you. So the first thing, number one, this is why the goals section is so amazing. When I'm going to go on a camping trip, I've got camping, Memorial Weekend, let's do this on the header. And I'm going to, I literally list out everything I need for my meals. Now, my husband does all of the guy stuff. So if he's going to be bringing the flashlights and the fishing rods, that's his arena, okay? Now I'm gonna take care of the food, the kids' clothes, and car driving activities, okay? So that's kind of where I fall into place. So, I mean, I've got every single day, every breakfast, lunch, and dinner idea of what I have for us for food, okay? Now my husband loves to go for a very long time, and it usually gets, I'm always like, you know what, I'm ready to biggity bounce. But we've gone, oh shoot. We used to camp every other weekend for 10 years. So we were never home all summer and fall. But we just would go all over South Dakota, Colorado, the mountains, to 4 hours away in, you know, somewhere kind of semi-local. But usually it did take some time to get there. And guess what? It was always my husband driving with our family dog, and I had all the kids in the Suburban with the boat, okay? He had the camper. This was always the thing that really stunk, is that our family was so big that I couldn't just sit and be a passenger. I had the old Suburban with the boat in the back that, you know, I got used to it, but my goodness, try driving a pontoon. I mean, between like bridges, I'm like, oh God. You know, kids having a party in the back and temper tantrums, kids throwing pop cans. I'm like, so how's your time up front over in the truck? Blissful. Yeah, none of the kids wanted to be with them because they listened to talk radio. I was like, oh, so I'm the fun car, you know? I tell you what, I'd always threaten the kids. I'm like, you know what, if you keep acting up, you're driving with Dad. They'd zip up real quick. I mean, I tell you what, I really went through a lot back in those days. I'm mad. So anyway, I've got great tips. So get in your goal pages, write down your menu plan, write down the kids' clothes and what they need, get them involved, get them packing as much as you can. I then would even do, now you can do whatever you want, but I would get real clever, and because you want to do fun food too, so over the campfire food, so I'd find the best recipes for like chili in a Dutch oven on top of the fire, or brats, but I'd always make it a twist for my husband and I, and I'd get all the best toppings and get them all ready and chopped on in a Tupperware. And so I would always have like, I would have a baking day right before we leave, and this is how crazy I was, don't make fun of me, but I would do homemade breads, cinnamon rolls, homemade, all of it homemade, and I'd wrap it up, get it all ready, and put it all ready in the car or in the camper, and we were ready to go, where we just really camped like with all the comforts of home. But I went through a lot of effort because you know, instead of just eating just, you know, white bread and hot dogs all week, we actually had other things that were so enjoyable. So we'd have our dinner meat or whatever grilling, and I would do pizzas. I would bring my pizza dough. I'd be like, honey, light up the grill, you know, and I'd put my pizza dough homemade on the grill, and then we would flip it and all that, and then I'd have all my already prepped and cut, all my toppings, and I would put it all on, and I'm telling you, we ate in style. We ate in style. But it was completely mapped. It was complete. I mean, I knew when we would camp every time. I knew when we would camp which part are you laughing at, Sandra? The fact that I went through all that work, or the fact that my husband drove with the dog? Because both are equally funny. Okay? Or is it the curling iron and the Ralph Lauren sheets that are getting you laughing really hard? I'm in the bathroom, you know, for hours. I'm an article. I am just like the true real deal. I would never go through all that right now, but I wasn't about to just, you know, go throughout my day without a little bit of a twist, okay? The sheets and curling iron, right? Well, you know, you can't sleep on the ground, so you might as well have great sheets. But I really, you know, I would always be the one. I remember writing an article about this, but I remember I was always like, you know, where the heck is my husband right now? When our first days of camping and tent camping, it was so hot, and I'd be like, where is my husband? He'd be coming back with half a tree with berries to show the kids, edible berries, and like, he's like, I got wood for our campfire, and I'm like, you son of a biscuit. Anyway, so he'd be starting to do his wood, and all the kids would be clamping around with helping him, and I think this is what got me onto the camping was, I remember my Bella, when she was little, she found a frog, and I remember she came running, and she had her pajamas on, and she had messy bedhead, and she's like, you know, this was like the day 2 of our camping trip, and she'd wake up, and she's in her jammies. You could still smell the campfire from last night, and she found a big, huge frog, and she wanted to tell her dad. She's like, Dad, look! And he's such an outdoorsman. He's like, Bella, and he would tell her all about it if it was starting as what, right, what it was a toad, and why it made it a toad, and all about, you know, how he ate and how he slept and all of this. And then he'd take her hand off into the sunset with her frog and show her more in the woods and the animals and the insects and survival skills to the boys. And I thought, you know what, this is all worth it, you know? This is all worth it. Whether I went all out and gourmet or we didn't do it at all and we had hot dogs, it was so, and we were a homeschooling family, so it was like educational to the max. I mean, my husband is on it. He's fishing with him. He's like, you know what kind of fish this is, you guys? And so it was just, to watch that was like witnessing. It was just sheer bliss, you know, and teaching the kids how to swim. They never even had, we used to teach our kids how to take swimming lessons, and it was, I saw how ridiculous that was with these teenage girls that were too cool for school. Instead of my husband holding, you know, Bella by the belly and having her kick when at the beach, you know, at the lake. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't trade this time for the world. Hot, bugs, I'm taking the good with the bad. I love camping. And he got me switched real quick. My husband's a hunter, and I mean, the memories of them hunting with their dad. I have so many pictures that John would send to me of our older boys, and so many memories. So it's just really, really great. The outdoors, my husband made a lover out of me of the outdoors, and that's what I love about him. And he's so different than me, and that's what makes me love him so much. And the element of both of us being different and him being able to show him everything that he loves, and then there's an element to me that can show my kids everything that I love, and both of us together, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and that's how it is with, you know, every family, I feel. It's just like we all have elements that we can share and love with each other, and being a homeschool family, that was really great. It was just a lot of education, a lot of fun. We were always together, and It was just a lot of fun. And so anyway, with Camping Ray, okay, did I answer your question or did I get off on a rabbit trail? But I will post some of my old tried and true tips that are linked to my Planner Perfect blog. Thank you, and that should really help you. But I know that I mapped it to a T, just like I do everything else I embark on, and it just went without a hitch. I had everything planned for our road trip, from colors to treats to, you know, the snacks to the clothes they would wear to, you know, what we would eat, because eating is such an experience. And you know, after a couple day camping trip, it's fine to do hot dogs and, you know, but when we camped for a long time, like 1 to 2 weeks, and that got old. And so that's why I was like, I'm going through the effort of making sure we've got all the comfort. We would do like apple pie skillet on the fire top in a black iron skillet, like apple pie with biscuits on top. I mean, all of it was like, I did my research. That was the thing. I was like, what can I make outside? I Googled the death out of what I could do. And I just would busy write my planner. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. And then I would designate a baking day. And I would bake it all and do it all and prep it all. All my whole day was an apron. And the kids would help and they'd come and go and they'd play and leave. But I had it and it was all packed. It was all ready. It was frozen and I'd freeze it, all of it. And we always just had the time of our lives. And I contribute a lot of it to the planning. I mean, it was all of it just was mapped, and it was happy mapping, happy planning. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So you don't have to be stressed with planning. You just need to do it ahead of time. And actually, we're actually planning our camping trip, our first camping trip of the year, over Memorial Day weekend. So I'm right there with you, Ray, and we're going to be camping. And I actually, just in a time when I was like, maybe I'm done camping. My boys said, no way, Mom. I still got a bunch of boys that are like, are you even freaking out of your mind? And so camping we go. So I have one more question to wrap up our evening, and it was, this was also a really good one. Self-care for me is a challenge. I'm a mom of 5, and while the youngest is now 21, still focused on anyone but me. I'm into your top 3 for me. I struggle on what that might be. Dishes out, laundry is in. That's easy. But turning my focus on self isn't. Help. I love your books, your system, which I'm getting better at by the day. Now, look at how this is even a challenge for Kathy, who even her youngest is 21. So this is why it's just very, very important. Here's some tips, Kathy. Number 1, I think you're already on track. I mean, you already know that you need to self-focus, and so now you've just begun. There's no looking back. So this is a great thing. This is a great moment. Some women just get lost. They don't know why they are. They don't know what to do. They fumble around, and they never really quite find it, and they just kind of lose themselves. They're lost. So number 1, looking to yourself, knowing that you've got a calling. It's never too late. You've got a plan for your life. That's why I love Jeremiah 29:11 in the scriptures, that God has a plan for you, each and every one of you. You have such unique gifts and talents that only you can do. You've got your own imprint on this world, and God will guide you every step of the way. And I think what the steps that you can do now is just basically doing little things for you. So now that you really are in a season of children that aren't home, you can start to, for me, what I would do is, if I was in your shoes at this time and what you are aware of and where you're at right now, I would really just kind of look at self-care just in the body, in the home. You know, my mom, I looked at her and where she's at. She's in her 60s, and she, you know, she plans beautiful meals. That can be one first step. It's like, you know, go to the grocery store with a beautiful bag. Make sure you're already planning your farmer's market trips. Get fresh flowers. Plan beautiful meals for you and your husband. That can be something that you do. That's something that because once you start with something, you gain momentum. Once you begin this journey, that's what's so great about it, is that you gain momentum on it. You're just like, you get more and more ideas, and pretty soon you're just like, oh my gosh, the ideas won't stop. So start with beautiful meals. I mean, beautiful, beautiful meals, simple and beautiful. And start by shopping beautifully. I love that. I'm a big grocery shopping, love what you do. A lot of women always say, it's all over the place, how they hate grocery shopping. Oh, hate it, get it done. You see them in the grocery store like mad women, because they're doing it fast. They got to hurry, whatever. But do it where you are actually, just like with everything that you do. That's why you look at your life as a whole. And you're like, how can I make this beautiful? Whatever you do, do it beautiful, or don't do it at all. That's how I look at it. Eliminate it. I had a little session on this at one point, a live video somewhere. But it's either don't do it, delegate it, or do it extremely. Everything you embark upon, do it 100%. And do it absolutely beautiful. Get your recyclable bags. Okay, in the summer when you go to the farmer's market, plan that and bring a basket. Do it with passion. Buy flowers when you're there, smell them. This is going to be beautiful on my counter, on my kitchen counter. Buy them. Get the finest organic foods, okay, that you can within your budget. Go slow. Look at the different foods that are there. Be inspired when you're there. Plan out your menu, but maybe do one. I'll do this. Plan out where one menu will be inspired by the grocery store. So you're going to want to go to like a Whole Foods or a place that's inspiring. So go there and look there. And so do that. So start there. Start thinking about what about getting your nails done? What about organizing your home? What about getting into a book club and reading? Okay, you could join ours. Start reading. Get inspired. Join a woman's group. Garden. Plan a garden. Okay? Plan what you could do with that garden and begin to dream. My mom, she has skincare. Start with your skin, do your hair, do your nails, do your body, begin to look at you, start exercising. Do you want to do a gym? Do you want to walk? Get up in the morning. What personal development books are you going to be doing? This all falls in line with the Planner Perfect method and really digging deep. Yeah, always being able to switch it up. If it gets boring, redo it. Meditation, devotions, gratitude journaling, focus journaling. Just try morning flow. That is a real good one. It's where we even have journals specifically for morning flow, but it's basically where you, and it's taken after, and if anyone knows the author who thought this up, I have forgotten, but it's basically where every morning you rise and in your journal you brain dump everything that's in your head, from I hate my dog to I have to do this and I hope I don't forget, to pretty soon all the negatives out, and then pretty soon ideas start flowing and you can't even stop, and you've got momentum like a mad woman. And that's where all of your creativity starts to come out. And you're going to start thinking. You have to do 3 full pages of journaling, front and back. Just whatever brain dump you can think of. And if you can't think of anything, then you think of whatever you can think of that's in your head. So it's a brain dumping process until the creativity begins to flow. And within that flow, you'll see different things that maybe you do want to embark on. Think of a bucket list. Think of things that you want to do. Think of things that the artist's way. Thank you, Julia Cameron. I had that. We talked about this once in Project Me. And so we have a journal specifically for it, which is really great because the idea is to fill the whole dang journal up. So that's another great way to get yourself beginning and embarking on your journey. And pretty soon you will be led. God will show you when you listen, you stay in joy, and you're in God's frequency, you will be led every day to different things that are just for you to embark on, and you're going to have a most beautiful season right now. I know for my mom, she's an artist, she's a life coach, she took life coaching, she's certified, she's done rowing. I think I've mentioned that before. She's done Pilates, I think yoga. She's done them all. She takes time for her, times 100. she answers the phone. She's like, hi, honey, I'm really busy right now, and I super love you, and I want to listen to everything that you have to say. So can I call you back in 30 minutes? So, I mean, she's not like sitting in a rocker or anything like that, okay? So she sings in the, at the Orpheum, which is like this beautiful Orpheum that we have in downtown Omaha, Nebraska, and she sings for their Christmas programs in Omaha. Okay? I mean, my mom is like, oh, you know. I'm like, Mom, for crying out loud, settle down. But she's got one of my planners, the plan books to take appointments for her life coaching. She's got a beautiful life. She's an author. She's a writer. She's just enjoying this time, and that's what you can do too if this is your season. So just fall into that. Everything she does is beautiful. She's got beautiful dinners for my dad and her that they enjoy together, and they do things separately and then combine together at dinner time. It's beautiful. So that's where I would recommend to start. And enjoy this time in this season, and knowing where you're at right now is just the beginning. So it'll only get better from here. So, oh, right. Well, I do plan on having my mom on at some point, at some time, if I can grab her off the rowboat, okay? So, girls, I'm going to quit. I think this is the longest we've ever been on, but I feel like we always do have a good time, but egads, I apologize. Look for what the beginning stages of what we're going to be doing for our organizing. It will be at the beginning here of the month, so of the week, so look for that in the newsletter and just with posting all week long. I do believe we're going to be starting in the kitchen. So get out in your goal books and write down all of the different things that you're going to want to be. Thanks, Chris and Wendy, of what you want to get going for your organizing personally, and then I'll come in and say, hey, this is a group thing, and you can add to or not do it as well. So what a fine time we're going to be having together, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, you guys.